and I saw Henrik Larsson. 2 times he came on. That was the key of the game. So sometimes, I think all the time you talk about Ronaldinho, Eto'o, and people like that. Talk about the proper people sometimes makes the difference. And that was Henrik Larsson tonight.
Glasgow Celtic fans will agree with TT. For the Green Brigade, Celtic's famous cop. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is not the only great Swedish striker. And Erik Cantona is not the only striker to have achieved king status in the UK. Because for them, there's only one king. Henrik Larsson, King of Kings. A video review of how Larsson became the King of Celtic. Subscribe to our channel, The Best of Football in Video. As instinctive as he is fine with the final touch, this innately talented striker was born in Helsingborg, Sweden, to a Cape Verdean father and a Swedish mother. He began his career in Sweden, joining Hockenborg BK at just 17. He then moved to his hometown club Helsingborg IF, where he scored a whopping 51 goals in 61 games. He then left Sweden for Feyenoord Rotterdam, his first experience abroad being a disappointing one. He, however, scored 33 goals in 130 games and won 2 Dutch Cups. Then he joined Celtic Glasgow in 1997 for £600,000. It was there that everything accelerated. After a few goals, he became the darling of the fans, who began chanting his name. Fans still talk about it with emotion.
From the young to the old, they just adore Henrik Larsson.
In his first season, the Boys, nickname given to the Celtic player, scored 16 goals and won a league title 10 years after the last one. King Henrik and his team put an end to the hegemony of the eternal rival Glasgow Rangers. Several elements made Larsson unique: his trademark smile, his unique celebrations, reminiscent of another great striker, but most of all, the way he scored goals effortlessly in a relaxed way. In fact, it was as if he was playing casually like a child in a playground. Except that his playground was the boiling hot Celtic Park. His specialty, scoring against arch-rivals Glasgow Rangers in one of the world's hottest derbies. He was a great finisher, combining a great deal of skill with a great deal of speed, short dribbles and great goals. An outstanding finisher, combining finesse and efficiency. Right foot, left foot, lobbed, dipping or pitted head, this ultra-complete striker could do it all. The worst memory for a Celtic fan was when he broke his leg against Lyon in October 1999. While he thought about giving up his career for a while, this serious injury was to make him a legend. With a strong mentality, he came back even stronger and enjoyed a second career full of success. He won the Golden Boot in 2000-2001 with no less than 35 goals in the Scottish Championship. Not bad for a player returning from injury. Then in 2005 he was voted Best Swedish Player of the last 50 years at the request of UEFA. That's all. He who had sense of showmanship comes back from injury with a shaved head, whereas until then he had always had his famous blonde dreadlocks. He had a string of short dives, long distance lobs, curling shots and even some crazy goals from tight angles. During his 7 seasons at Celtic, the biggest clubs tried to sign him. At the top of the list, Manchester United under the iconic manager Sir Alex Ferguson. But before moving on, he wanted to give his fans one last masterpiece. The 2003 UEFA Cup final against Marino and Deco's FC Porto. He scored a brace of headers, but he couldn't stop Celtic from losing in extra time 3-2. A huge disappointment for this competitor, who declared after the final, "I would have traded a lot of what I did for Celtic just to win at Seville," where the final took place. In his last game for the Boys, he scored another brace. Unique. After 242 goals in 315 games, this inspiring and endearing player left Glasgow. His emotion at the time of his departure made headlines in the media. He later admitted that leaving Celtic was harder than leaving football. But such player does not leave his club of heart just for any team. Indeed, he signed for the great Barca. He kept on scoring goals and even won a Champions League in 2006, providing 2 assists in the final. At 35 during the winter break in Sweden, where he thought he would quietly finish his career, he was loaned to Manchester United for 2 months. And as usual, he left an incredible mark. Sir Alex Ferguson had always wanted to sign him. He won't regret it. By becoming a top player at two of the world's biggest clubs, he has enhanced his aura with the Celtic Park's fans. For them, it was his time at Celtic that made him the champion he later became. Now, every Celtic fan has a crazy dream, a comeback of King Henrik as coach. The hope is justified since after his first experience as coach in Sweden, he is currently working as Ronald Koeman's assistant in Barcelona. Where do you think King Henrik Larsson belongs in the pantheon of strikers? Feel free to tell us what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, don't hesitate to talk about our channel around you, to like it and to share it. See you soon for a new video. Ciao!